Toward middle is where the terrorists are heading for the moment. Oh my gosh, Corey, you've made your way all the way to site, you mad lad. They're trying to go for a retake on A position, but really not an over-rotation coming in yet. You can see the B site still has about 2 players holding it, but trying to take off his head toward the A site. Actually, Furlan does fall, while the mid defense still holds strong.
Off with his head, and yes, Fiku finds himself the first as the refrags are coming through. Budapest 5 now committing, at least with a bit of a fake, towards B, but Mars successfully taking down Fiku will draw the entire rotation of Ago at least long enough and buy those valuable seconds for Budapest 5 to get onto A side. But look at this, already there, Snatchy ready, Lemon as well, close range. Oh no, that's Rallen, excuse me, but it doesn't matter. No, absolutely does not flee. He makes it easy. He makes it. He makes short work
of the enemies. It absolutely does. These are fantastic entries, and overall a really weird pistol round, right? We saw like Corey get his way all the way to the A side, but meanwhile on the B side we had Mar, I believe, just sort of trying to find entries there. So a little bit of a weirder setup to bait rotations toward the A side, send one guy into B, make sure it's clear, and obviously in this case it wasn't, so they had to just pivot toward A, and then obviously you get sort of banged out by all of those entry kills. So a great opening round for Budapest 5, certainly something they want to be picking up here on the T side of Vertigo. The first 3 rounds should be in their favor now. Meanwhile, the CTs, well, they don't have much money. They bought up the Deagles. It's going to be a complete force buy. Let's see if they can keep these terrorists at bay.
Nice and easy. Lemon, or Liman, trying his best to take some Deagle shots. Yeah, I guess you could, you could connotate it like that, couldn't you? Like,
if you were French and incredibly nasally, I suppose you could call it Le Mans, but it's I mean, it's a nice city. I've been there. It's pretty cool.
Oh,
not during the race or anything, but
Yeah. The Formula 1 and all, very famous.
No. Anyway, the push, I think it's just regular cars. I have no idea. The push toward A, man. It's already starting, and the CTs, they're ready for the retake. They don't really have that much utility, though. Fiku with a single HE might just, get a little bit of damage onto the planter, but with that flash, they're going to have to flash through a whole bunch of smokes, and Snatchy on the flank finds the first, gets killed immediately after, and that kind of signals the other CTs that it's go time, but apparently not all of them got the memo. They're all going down one by one, and, well, actually, Lemon does find a kill toward the end, but not enough to rescue them in this round. All in very good kills, and against Coolio, now he has to win it. He has no idea where he is, no kit, no nades. Pretty much no chance.
Pretty much the round gone, yeah. I mean, the CTs thought it was go time, but it was more like nope time, because they went in one by one a little bit too much, something that Ago has been struggling on with, I guess, in the past as well. Their takes were usually a little bit too desynchronized, we can say, and they had issues winning games because of that. Now, we specifically did not have... we didn't specifically see Ago much ourselves, but we did see a lot from Budapest 5, and we saw them against Galaxy Racer. They didn't really fare too well, and I personally saw them against FTW, and they did pretty damn good. I mean, I guess they fared well on Mirage, not as much on Vertigo. It was a lot closer than it should have been, of course, at the start of the week on Tuesday, the second round of the Swiss stage. In any case...
Or was it site, man? I mean, toward the B site. When CTs, they got like an AK, but they don't need it. The pistols are doing it. 2 Deagles and a USP get the kills to get the T's down to only 2 players remaining against the CTs 4. Sure, that Molly might force that player out into the open. Furland can just sort of stay alive on the edge of it as he is ready to take some heads, but his head gets taken completely cleanly off. Mar continues with the entries, but doesn't really get any results. Although Lemon, he answers back, just Coolio down in a 1 versus 3. And he's fallen about 50 stories down. That's a not great way to end your 3rd round here over.
No, absolutely not. I mean, all 5 shots, or all 5 kills, were headshots. Right now, Ago, with Deagles, they proved to be the worthy opponent that Budapest 5 had been, I guess, hunting for. Then again, this is the last day. This is all or nothing for the side of course, for the side of both teams, Ago and Budapest 5. You lose here in this series, and you lose this playoff spot next week. And in any case, it is currently, of course, the Eagles out for Budapest 5. They lost against them the previous. Let's see if they can make up for the big L in this one right now. Furlan already opening it up. Rallin adds on top of that. Yeah, this is
an aggressive push against the Eagles, though. Like, they're just holding the angles. Luckily, they do get it just down to a 3 versus 1 against Leaf, but that's 2 players that died basically for no reason, trying to press the issue when Budapest 5 were already sort of disadvantaged in the round. Not really sure what that was about. Oh my god, Fleeve gets 2 on the ramp, and now it's just down between him and Fiku. Maybe the counter E-code might happen. But let's see which of these teams is going to be the E-code or the E-code E. Yeah, no, that doesn't work, but look at this. Oh! Fiku! Assassin's Creed's just down that ladder, jumps off of it, gets the kill as soon as he regains accuracy. That was astounding movement.
Even better is how both of these 2 players were thinking of the same thing. They were both one above and one below ladder, literally thinking about it in the same moment. So very, very good game sense from both sides. Unfortunately, at the end, as we saw, the angle for Ago, more specifically Fiku, going to be a little bit too good, and Budapest 5 will have to take the L again, and this time forced onto an eco. It's going to be Glocks out, Glock day with a Deagle there to just kind of shoot the hoops.
Obviously. Sun's out, Glock's out. Well, except for Leave, who is rocking the Desert Eagle, but he's just waiting for the CT pushes, which, as we saw historically, do happen. We already see 3 players playing semi-aggressively here on the ramp, not really pushing past the sort of main entrance there.
Well, for a ramp, usually you would have CTs push up close and then try to take either bridge or this first right-hand side corner towards yellow.
But against Ecos, we saw what happened last time. They almost lost the round. They don't want to take any more chances as they played the easy way. There you go. You could have just done that the previous round. Would have saved you a lot of heartache and a lot of money, actually, yeah, which is starting to look good now that they've survived the round with all 5 players remaining, 3 rounds in a row as well. And if you're confused by these odds ever so slightly, this is not from this map. It is, of course, for the entire series. And as you can see, it was brought to you by Pinnacle. Our betting partners over there have provided us also with a code. You can use Spring21 for a nice sign-up bonus. Be 18 plus, gamble responsibly, and all that good jazz. Let's see what the 6th round has in store for us. It's a full buy for both sides.
Yeah, I'm not even surprised right now, of course, that Budapest 5 are still lacking quite a little bit of utility on some of the players, and they're reluctant to go quickly towards A ramp as it would usually be the case. But look at this. This is what I talked about earlier, about how A ramp control is vital, and the CTs will be fighting for it every single time they have the chance to do that. Furlan gets to spot a player that's Snatchy's chance, and he takes down Fasher. The refrags right now do not look solid, at least not yet. But speaking of which, in comes Corey through B. They find Snatchy as well. And a man advantage that Ago, well, will be making up with a push from behind. The lurk here.
2 of them, though. They're not going to expect 2, I think. They're going to have to only use 1 player to look at the stairs while the other one secures CT. As long as they don't both make noise, this should be doable. And the utility is out. With Lemon in the open, Corey does find him. Now he knows what's up. The grenade should tag him down, but he's still hiding behind. Oh, a second grenade. Didn't expect that one, did you, Corey? Kobe Bryant all the way from downtown comes in, but Cleve with the headshot to return. And Budapest 5, they do get the round.
Yeah, BP5 a little bit too good in that instance, and as soon as they knew the second player was there as well, all they had to do was play on time. The nade, obviously a surprise, as you say, comes off a little bit weirdly there, but BP5 still able to succeed. The third is theirs, and as quickly as we spoke about the money rising for Ago the last round, now they're back at it again. They're at $0 for the most part, and they have rebought. Yes, they've got the MP9 on Furlan, 2 kits available. Overall, they're going to be playing aggressive towards B ramp and A ramp. I like the idea because you can get quick kills very easily, though it can be,
risky.
Kind of
if you lose both
risky.
engagements, it's not going to work out in your favor for sure.
Exactly.
But of course, the T's, they couldn't be bothered with either ramp. Instead, they are going on the conspicuously rampless middle of the map as they do make their way out.
You reckon this is a split?
Oh yeah, for sure. We'll see how this develops. Obviously, they're just trying to see where they're going to get picks. That's probably going to be informing their future decisions. And for now, as they saw no one there on middle, they will be sending 2 of the players down ladder toward one of the sites, and that's where the real site take is going to be going on. A minute left on the clock, so plenty of time. Oh my God, Snatchy, you're out in the open. You absolute mad lad. You're going to get killed, and there's no reward for his troubles there. Corey takes his head clean off, and now they're going to head toward the A site, where Rollin, in an exposed angle of his own, gets the info and then heads on back. Knows it's not a fake. And the nade is going to give Corey a little bit of trouble taking this gunfight. Lemon with just 1 headshot was all that was needed.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot better. And Fash is already close on short as well as supported by Flav, but there's only 2 of them and 1 of Lemon. And well, we all know what happens when you get some lemon in your eye. Luckily, Flav refrags 3-on-3 currently. Still an option for BP5, and certainly Mar will use that. Rattling a little bit too exposed. Counter Molotov towards tower. Bomb going to be planted in a 2-on-2 retake with the flank of Furlan. That is crucial for success, actually. If he finds 1 frag, well, then maybe something can still be done with this round itself. But he's already been spotted. And I think it would be fair to say that this should be a round for BP5, given how it's looking right now. Furlan, yep, there we go. That is the round for BP5, almost confirmed. Fiku, I think it's a bit too much to ask out of him to win a 1v3, and you know, he might be one of the better players on the side of Ago. Certainly he showed that in the past, but he still plays against 3, and of course in that case 4-3 as BP5 take the lead.
Speaking of best players, right, Fleeve on an absolute roll here. 10 kills in 7 rounds. He's been having a mare. Only died 4 times as well.
Reminds me of the game against Galaxy Racer. I mean, he had a very similar start and result against them when we began that best of 3 on the 23rd, Wednesday.
Ooh, this is going to be Ago on a bit of an eco. Snatchy, of course, going for the hero M4. And now they're basically stacking for this boost, as well as having Rollin here to sort of egg the terrorists on to push forward, right? You do need 1 man to be the bait. And toward the A side, looks like they'll be going, so that boost might actually just pay off dividends. But for now, the terrorists are going to have to actually make their way up, and there you go. They also give away their position, meaning that Ago at this point might just probably stack the A site off the back of just that, but certainly the first kill is going to be stopping those rotations a little bit. Molly quite dangerous, but the spray comes through, and Mark actually finds the refrag and the second onto Lemon, who was forced towards short thanks to that Molotov cocktail. As Rollin is the only man left standing here, gets double peeked, easy as pie. Fiku and Furlan left, USPs in hand. Simple, easy, and clean is what it is. BP5. Well, would have been clean if they hadn't lost Corey, but I guess, you know, he's let's say, disposable asset. Well, 1 player at least always is. In this game, you know, if you lose 1 player, that's still a very, very, I guess you can say, doable or acceptable loss. Yeah,
in any case, the odds.
It's basically just you expecting that if you survive with 4 players,
it's to be expected.
Sort of gain an economic advantage. So it's not the biggest.
Look at Rallen's odds or duels against Corey though. 4-0 currently. He's holding up a little bit of a statistic right now.
Exactly. Must have been one of those nade kills as well. Forget if it was Rollin or not. Either way, 3 versus 5, and the full buy comes out to play. With Ago already having used the majority of their utility, they're going to have a bit of a hard time holding down ramp, and they already lose a player in the process. Though Rollin still on the corner, no help in sight, and, well, no head attached to his shoulders anymore. 5 versus 3, and the CTs have lost any kind of positional advantage they started out with.
Bit of a slowdown.
Again, of course, the team's sort of just waiting for the enemies to push, right? Because at this point, you kind of have to, for those desperation kills, get the info, get the kills, anything that helps out. Fasher actually waits long enough, gets killed though, but a quick trade is going to be favoring the terrorists for sure, as Furlan is unable to spray anyone down from that screwy position. Just Fiku left, and it looks like he knows it's going to be going on toward the A site, but the bomb, really with 40 seconds left, if he gets spotted here on A, can just go B. It might have to, because Fiku just got a kill.
Well,
dies.
The
of
idea
course.
here, I mean, yeah, but the idea here is, as you said, BP5. Once they take the lead, once they take the numbers, there's no point in them risking their lives by running over the speed limit. No, they can stick to their positions, wait it out a little bit, and even though Snatchy gets successfully, the frag on Fasher, they don't seem to. Well, they shouldn't be, I guess. Surprised as they lose a player, but quickly refrag, of course, and with that, take the 6th round. Ago timeout for the first time here on Vertigo, and we both kind of insinuated that Vertigo is a very important map for the side of course, BP5. It's win or die kind of scenario, right? When you think about it, and if they lose Vertigo, which is still obviously a possibility, it's never over till it's over. I do fear for what could happen on Nuke, though. Let ourselves be surprised. Maybe we'll see a version of BP5 that I've been kind of quietly hoping to see, really, because when they put their mind to it, and certainly with Fasher and Mar now in the lineup, I think they can do many a great thing.
Not on Nuke, though, so this one is still a must. With this kind of a lead, it's probably going to happen as well. The 7th round, all but guaranteed now that obviously Ago are on the eco round, with Budapest 5 already finding the entry kill. So the Deagles are going to be stacked toward the B site, but if you have a bit of a gander at the minimap, you'll see that the terrorists are conspicuously missing from the 2nd letter of the alphabet over there. They are, of course, going to be heading toward the A site with completely empty bomb site on the other side. So should be an easy round. And Ago, I don't know if they're planning to save this, because there's really nothing to save, right? You're going to be only going for this one eco, and the Deagles are practically useless in the next.
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't say useless. It's more like they're not ever going to really be utilized unless you're an opera and you're trying to get off the angle and you have a dingle in hand just to make it a bit safer.
Ooh, they're actually walking into the trap here.
Yeah.
Let's go! Fiku finds the first kill onto Fasher. With the penny drop that this is a stack. Doesn't have to, in fact. Fiku does find the kill, a second one. And now it's a 3 versus 3 with 30 seconds left on the clock. Oh my gosh, Mara gets found out, as does Fleeve. Just Coolio left the IGL to clutch this out in a 1 versus 3. No armor for one of the players, but the weapons, they don't even need to be strong. Rollin finds one, adding to the total of 2 kills from Fiku and Snatchy each. Oh my god, Budapest 5, you guys thought you outsmarted them, but Ago, they stacked the right bomb site today.
Bro, 2nd round, they win on an eco.
Yeah.
First one was the force, sure, but the second now here on an eco. I am not sure what we're seeing, but Ago seem to be having far more success with pistols. Kind of. Let's see them.
Just a bit of a misplay both times, right, from Budapest 5.
That's true.
They could have walked one guy into the A site and made sure he didn't see anyone and then continue pushing.
That's usually the goal that you have with one of the persons that has an SMG or something, a Galil albeit, to snuff out the stack. Yet they decide to go for it straight up, no double checks, no nothing. In comes Snatchy, close range, good flash coming back from Flav, but Rallin quicker on his scope and is able to tie it under the mattress, or at least brush it under the mattress. Right now BP5 down a man, plus no control.
They're trying to regain some of that, but yeah, they lose both control and another man toward the middle. Coolio, the IGL, trying to make it work there, but didn't. Now it's down to Fleeve and Mar to sort of get something going here toward the A site. The combination of sniper rifle and rifle with plenty of utility left, even a Molotov to sort of molly the sandbags area, but it looks like they don't want to reveal their positions yet, and that's exactly what Lemon is trying to exploit here. If he even goes for the peak, as soon as they make any noise, he's going to be thinking about that. He knows that they're next to him on the ramp now. He's calling for backup and doesn't even have to arrive. Call an ambulance, but not for me, says Lemon. Gets 2 kills.
Yeah, get some water seltzer and some lemon, because they're going to need it. Budapest 5, they're down to an eco right now. At best, they can go out with maybe a deagle or 2, buy up a few pistols here and there, and that's it. Even then, limited on that part. Coolio, the IGL, the one that can afford it. And we can see again, Ago, after that short pause, they seem to be finding success after discussing the current situation. of Budapest 5, how there's consistent presence on A ramp, and if you want to abuse that, you can. There's consistent presence on middle, or at least to a certain degree on middle, and you can abuse that, and they're doing it. Like, I love what I'm seeing from Ago. They're playing into the weaknesses of Budapest 5, because your strength is only as good as far as you can make it, and if Budapest 5 are not going to be ready for these quick takes, quick aggressions, then even if they will have 4 players on an angle, they won't be able to find any success. So let's see. Again,
they got 5
A...
players on this angle, but the AWP, a lot stronger than Pistols, but Fleet doesn't care about such statistics. Gets a kill as Snatchy picks up 3 from the short area, absolutely shutting down this eco push. Mar at least finds 1 more kill for his team, so that's 2 men down. Not the worst sort of result that you expect from this kind of a buy, but it was a full eco, of course. The Deagle's just sort of there on some of the players, but man, what a shot. And then what a return from Snatchy.
Well, certainly an interesting development we are seeing right here, with Snatchy, of course, being the man of the hour again. Funny that he actually goes out of the corner and fights for the, for the kill once more and actually dies. So a bit of a loss there on the side of Ago, but they don't seem to mind. They are not only tying up the score, but they're taking the lead back in their hands, because economy-wise, they're doing splendid. Mar alone towards B ramp, as far as I can tell. And not particularly a fan of this kind of play. Budapest 5 is risking a lot by putting a lot of solo players into corners that they could be in danger. Though mid control, again, going to be contested for, and this time around, counter pushed by Snatchy, boosted onto box. Big box, and that is going to be a perfect start for Ago again.
Yeah, Fleeve trying to at least find one around that corner, trying to overextend, but doesn't happen. However, Lemon, he does overextend. Should have gone for smaller peaks there, as he does get taken off, and, well, now it's a 4 versus 4, favoring the terrorist side, of course, as the push will, in fact, continue toward the A side. They're waiting for boosts, but there's not even enough players on A to facilitate such a thing. Rollin just joined the fray with an AWP in hand. We'll be looking toward ramp, while Snatchy didn't expect him to push through the smoke there. That was surreal. Gets a kill, falls down, of course, but little time remaining, and a 3 versus 3 definitely going to be culminating toward A now. Rollin knows this, watching the angle. Torque short finds the first. All he has to do is head on back and wait for the retake.
You can see right here, the CTs, I don't think they can risk it too quickly here. Rowland's got to stay alive, and he's going to wait for the bomb plant smartly enough. He does not go out of the corner before it's too late. Well, after it's, after it's already too late for BP5, and a good cleanup. They don't lose a player, and they make sure that they secure themselves the advantage. Absolutely, Rowland right here, of course, delivering with the first blow, so it's not a 3-on-3, rather an advantage for Ago. And at the end there, very smart play by Rowland as well, to stick to the corner, wait for until he hears the plant and then push out and not risk his life. By the way, Rowland is lead currently 13-3-7, so Anna 3-3-7. Love it.
Oh my God.
Lemon,
Okay.
Squeezing some of that lemon juice. Beautiful.
The juice was worth the squeeze on that one, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Is just Mar left in a hopeless 1 versus 5 situation, but trying to take down some people with them doesn't. Snatchy finds him from the back. They even had a flank going for him here. Ago just toying with their opponents, but obviously that wasn't anti-eco. And as good as the full buy rounds have been going for BP5, although not recently, they are still only on 6 points. We were already giving them 7 at some point, but they lost the guaranteed anti-eco, so let's see if they can actually squeeze that number 7 out. 6, still not a too shabby scoreline for T-side Vertigo, obviously, but I am a little bit worried.
I mean, this is definitely worrisome, but let's first see how this last round goes out, right?
Do come on CT side, so it should be good still.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Snatchy
actually does find the kill.
Wait, Snatchy still finds the kill? That's insane. We couldn't even catch that kill because it was so fast in a trade as well. Corey spots the player in tower, the Molotov there to counter it. I feel like the Molly's a little bit too soon, though, a little bit too premature. They've only got 2 left, and if you really want to execute something, you're going to need at least bare minimum 2 of them, as we see a good peek and a good flash flash coming out. Rallen with the support and Lemon with the frag itself. And already Furlan finds a second. What is Budapest 5 doing? Why are there 2 players on short catwalk and nobody else there to support it through ramp? Like, they're both exposed with the bomb included. And now look at this. They're continually walking up slowly up ramp. What do they expect? Greeted by a pastry and some wine? No, sirs. There's blood and lead to be thrown your way as Lemon closes out the day, or at least the half. And that is the 9th round for the side of Ago. Perfect stuff for the Polish team, given how they started off with.
Yeah, just being in a massive deficit at some point, and now in this round, just aggressing onto the T's as they slowly push up, isolating them, taking those duels. And 6 rounds in a row. Not the worst ending there for that half, as the pinnacle odds, as you can see on your screen, have shifted even more so into the favor of Ago. But hey, new half, new me. Let's see what the Polish side does have in store for us for this pistol round.
I mean,
plenty of
Rallen's
utility.
still elite.
Oh,
so yeah.
Well, that's bad, but you know. Well,
the
rest of the teammates got the other kills, so it's fine. It's fine. 2 sets of utility over toward the A side, and they're waiting for a push to come in, but Mar, he isn't giving it to him. Corey's there on the corner with him, and these USPs are pretty good at this kind of a distance. The Glocks pepper them with bullets, though, as they decide to push on forward. Cavalry is arriving, and, well, the retreat is successful. Corey makes it out of dodge with 19 HP.
Well, the one thing I'm kind of worried about right now for Ago is, for Budapest 5, not for Ago, is the fact that they've relinquished A control so easily, and now they're going to have to deal with these smokes and plus Glocks close range. Good luck dealing with that, right? Here we go. 3 Kevlars available to Ago. Nades as well. Okay, shots are coming off all angles. Flav and Corey succeed to begin with. Smoke through short. The bomb dropped. Flav and Coolio, they add on top of the tally, and they'll secure themselves a great start for the second half. With the pistol, Budapest 5 definitely at least start to contend against this early success of Ago. I mean, we got to give it to Ago. They won 6 in a row after being down 3-6.
Of course. And now basically losing the pistol round, not even getting the bomb down, so no bonus money going to be coming in here. They're going to have to make do with Deagles instead of the much preferred Galils that they would like to have here. As the CTs, they got plenty of util and SMGs to keep any kind of push back. Corey even going for the ballsy angle here, but 2 smokes deployed. No one's really pushing. Snatchy decides to throw some pot shots into his direction, but to no avail. And the T's, they're just waiting for the entry kills to happen with Deagles. I'm not sure why the CTs are contesting as hard as they are, frankly. They got a lot of util to go for surprise re-attacks and such.
They seem to not have learned their lesson from the first half. I mean, lest we forget, 2 eco rounds were won by Ago, 2 Deagle rounds more specifically. Albeit, yes, both of them on the CT side, but still, I mean, they've got 5 of them right now, and plus nades, plus some flashbangs, plus Kevlars. There's a lot to play with for Ago, and as you said, BP5 seemed to not give too much thought to it. Good flash, though. Good flash by, of course, coming out here. Corey, though, standing alone. Not sure what they expected. 1 refrag is not enough in this case as the push comes on. The T's are about to be overwhelmed. What is going on right here? Or the CTs, not the T's.
Yeah, well, they're sort of faking that they're going to be running away. They did make some footsteps down ramp and then stopped suddenly, but they're still shooting as well. So Ago making it a very confusing time for Budapest 5. They don't know really where to position themselves, and you can see that by the minimap. You got a player floating between A and B. Sure, he's rejoined his A compatriot here as the push does come in. Coolio through the smoke, completely blinded up, of course. Finds a second kill as well onto Snatchy. Standing with low HP in those expected corners does have its drawbacks, and now Ago, well, they got to hold the defuse kit back with only 2 players against 3. Furlan, expected angle, actually gets the kill off of it, but then gets traded immediately after. And now Rallen, a 1 versus 2. One of the players is low HP. The SMG might just find him, but Coolio is taking the front. And the push continues with the defuse not even any closer to where it started here. Rallen even clutches it out with the Deagle shot in the end. A 1 versus 2, won by the Ago player. Jedziesz Rallen.
Jedziesz Ago. No, okay, let's stop with that. Let's like it, but I mean, wow. Okay, Rallen, well played out there in a 1v2. He's able to clutch it out. Not only that, it's a deagle buy that shouldn't be having as much success as it actually does. And we can see here Coolio, look at how close he makes this. Then Rallen comes up with the USB, the spray down on Coolio, and at the end pulls out the deagle as Flav is unable to find the corner properly with the M4 even. And BP5, of course, they'll take a timeout. That is a loss that is unprecedented on the CT side of theirs. Plus the fact that they are playing, of course, as the CTs where economy is already key. You can look at it by your own, by your own selves. Make sure that, I'm not just BSing right now. They have $0 in the bank. They have nothing to really show for it. Kevlars, yes. Few utilities, yes. And Deagles, Peace, and CZs. That's it. Go. 9 out of 12 times have they converted an entry into a round victory. That's a 75% win ratio on that part, and that's
whether it's rifles or deagles, right? I mean, it all works.
It all works. Again, that is above average, so that's really good, like legit good.
Yeah, my girlfriend tells me that all the time. But anyway, we're going to be going here toward the 18th round here, as they are heading toward the middle. The T's are. 2 CTs ready to engage. A bit of a flash in for Fasher, hoping to flash Corey out. The up close and personal deagle, though, gonna have to find some heads, and well, his head gets found instead. Now Fasher, the automatic pistol, CZ75, not fast enough, and the entry's on to B. Brutal, but so is Mars headshot onto Snatchy. Will at least be able to pick up his rifle and keep playing with it. In this one, I say that, but then Fiku Kobe's him from the B site. Yeah, I gotta use my caster's curse, efficiently here. Yeah. Give Ago the victory.
You learn from the best, you learn from me. I'm the most cursed caster, and for the most part, every time I said something in the past year, it was like usually going the other way. So there's that.
Like maybe I should get hired by eFrag.
Oh, that's a throwback when maybe 3 years ago that could work. 11-7 though, and we are in a position of a bit of distress, we can say. Budapest 5 not only are they now forced to be on an eco, statistically Coolio and Fasher should be the ones to get the most frags, yet right now they're kind of slacking behind. And yes, Flav, the Opera, of course, always going to be there for the numbers, but Corey and Mar, they're the ones that usually do not show up as much. And I'm surprised that Fasher and Coolio are having such a slow start to this first map.
Especially like yesterday, or no, the day before, when we saw Coolio perform. It was sort of a really good experience to watch. But, today, the stack on A, the plant on Bay, and the bomb goes, I can't run that with Bay at all. Failed.
The bomb goes... I
really rhymed myself into a corner there, but the CTs, they put themselves into a bit of a corner as well. The USPs just kind of getting mowed down by Fiku, who's playing Farming Simulator at the moment, just farming up some cash. That's a 3rd kill with the SMG.
Hey man, money grows on trees for him. Let's not joke about that.
He's taking his harvest. Corey, though, he might just find him out.
No, Corey's like hide and seek right now. He's like, please don't find me. I want to stay alive.
Yeah, the USP could have gotten some headshots, but that wouldn't have been a guaranteed kill. So that's why he didn't go for it.
It feels like a bad dream where you're trying to hide from somebody that's chasing you, and then you're hiding behind a corner and actually you're in the most exposed position ever. So there's that. Corey, I hope it's not a bad dream, but let's see if it actually becomes a nightmare from just a bit of a sweaty dream. 12-7. The nightmare continues. If they do not succeed here, Budapest 5 might find themselves on losing the first map quickly and swiftly.
And then we're looking at a 2-0, right? Because that's going to be a different kettle of fish altogether. As Budapest 5, well, they're going to be playing the A side a little bit more passively this time, letting them take the ramp control, as there's no counter boosts coming in either, just some up close short control. Maybe finding Furlan out, and there you go, nading him down to 5. But the re-aggression's coming in, and Furlan, a nasty spray there through the wall. Actually doesn't hit the enemy, but if it did, would have been nice. Still though, the CTs with a bit of an advantage going into this one, as the Ts, well, they've given away their position very handily. And the CTs are kind of ready for this aggression. 2 players looking down ramp, one of them locking down short. And there's, of course, the other 2 just standing on opposite sides of the map, but they're not going to see any action for a while.
Luckily,
or
only
will they? They are rotating toward the B side, of course. Underground, completely sneaky beaky like as the execute with the smokes is coming into the A side. But Coolio on B, he was in a forward position, but Lemon didn't expect him.
Yeah, now it seems like the B swing is coming in for Ago, but they're a little bit late to the party. Not invited as well. Coolio's there, the bouncer. You know, he was already set up as the bouncer, so in this case, good luck getting past him. Ooh, well, Furlan seems to have some pepper spray, but he is going to bring him down still. Good nade brings down Furlan to 8. Not the best position to be in, though Flav and Corey will be enough to finish the job that Coolio started. Great stuff coming out from BP5. They required this round desperately. To add on top of that, Ago making a few single mistakes. Obviously, we already said that Ago's biggest flaw, I feel like, is their solo attempt that they usually bring up, or solo attempts more specifically, where players start to feel like, you know, they've already won, and then they just start doing mistakes a lot.
Yeah, but like toward the B side, like Lemon wasn't alone. He wasn't a 1 versus 2 where that one didn't go as smoothly toward the B side. So really, I think it's just Ago figuring out, like, now, don't do fakes, but do nade stacks. Those apparently work. Mar goes down those, as Corey does find a trade frag, but obviously it is going to be favoring the T's in this round right now. Yeah, the rest of this fold by going to be going pretty standardly, though. Up ramp now, as Corey is once again playing a little bit too close for comfort. Someone just died due to nades over there, man. You think they're not going to do the same to you? You're down 46 HP already. This is 1 nade away from death if you're not, like, lucky.
Yeah, if you're not 100% lucky, yeah. Slow round again. I like that Ago really, you know, take their time in approaching. Oof. Was Snatchy spotted by Fasher? Did he see his, not shadow necessarily, but maybe rifle?
Gone down, yeah, because the shadow would have shown there, and Fasher did immediately go back, told this info to Coolio, who just comes in, gets the easy frag, and Ago splitting up and faking doesn't work. So now they're just going to be trying for a straight-up A take, and yeah, no entries for you, I'm afraid. Corey finds Furlan with the AWP he was holding, and now he is no longer. Oh man, the utility brutal as well. Fiku's going to have to go for desperation. No, he doesn't even have the bomb, it's Rollin. He has to make his way forward while Fiku covers.
Yeah, and Rollin has time. Fiku in a decent enough spot. If he can play this right, find 1 or 2, well, no, he's going to find nothing. He had to get at least 2 kills there to make it, you know, doable. But now, of course, Rollin with the bomb plant in a 1v4. How many times do we see a player win this? The answer is very few, maybe once per 10 attempts. Yeah, and there we go. I mean, he tried to save the AK, right? That was the idea, just saving what he has, the Kevlar AK and everything else, because the money right now for Ago is not that good. And with planting the bomb, he wouldn't have lost the loss bonus, right? So it's not the optimal position, and I think it should be pistols and Kevlar for Ago, just like go for Tech 9s and stuff. No, it's going to be AKs. Fair enough. Like, I respect the choice here for Ago, but I do worry what this could entail.
Like, the previous rounds, they played so slowly, and you need utility to be given that sort of opportunity, right? So
no, to buy time, yeah.
Exactly, but this time they're going to be going a bit more aggressively, of course, toward the A site, not finding anyone out. But Snatchy, though, from short finds Mark, gets straight at no, he doesn't. 3 entries for Snatchy. Be still my broken heart, Ago. They might just get their 13th round here.
Oof, Rollin. I mean, that is... I don't, like, it's so weird, right, isn't it? Like, we talk about how Ago seem to perform playing slowly, take their time, etc., etc., and then,
they lose every one of those, of course, then they just
exactly
the gas and Snatchy gets 3 entries. Like, all right, I guess.
And then it's just like, okay, let's run up A ramp and do our thing. And boom, Snatchy's like, yeah, sure, no problem, I can do it. Like, it feels like they might not know themselves as well as they should at times, because they seem to make decisions based on, you know, rounds that happened, and, you know, the ideas that, or the economical situation of BP5, which is actually pretty severely underrated right now. Because I think they've got enough money to go for a proper rebuy. Flav has 5.2. it's not enough to really go for like a... Actually, it's a lot worse than I thought. I thought they had more. Like, I thought Corey and Mar were a little bit better set. Huh. Well, I guess
the eye test certainly says that they've been getting those impactful kills, right? So that's basically something you have to look past if you see like some negative sort of statistics. You guys in chat, you're all roasting Coolio for not being that good. Y'all are just looking at the numbers right now. Just look at some other matches. Coolio does pop off, and he's the IGL for God's sake. Just maybe expect performance from all of his pieces. Or to strategies, but
let's just straighten out the record. Coolio had 28 frags in, I believe, 28 rounds on the last time they played Vertigo against Galaxy Racer, so he did pretty good for himself. By the way, good entry coming out from Fiku. Flav perhaps overextending his welcome.
Yeah, it was kind of Flav's
mistake there,
as they may make some mistakes here. Argo themselves toward the B site they'll be heading with Coolio on the angle. Ooh, that's going to be giving away his position. That means he has to go back, and the T's, they're in front of the smoke. That smoke is useless. But it does actually force them into a nade, which underwhelming as grenades tend to be in Counter-Strike. But the push toward the B site is going on. Coolio stuck between 3 different flames, so he's definitely getting hot in here, but he's not taking off his clothes. He's going for these kills on stairs as the T's, well, they're not actually pushing forward as fast as he expected. Is getting back up though, so he might actually get this kill. Fiku doesn't. Fiku, no answer onto him, as it's 2 men in the lead for the T side. Mar and Fasher though, they even up the score, 3 versus 3 now with these kills coming in toward the B site. But Furlan opens things up. Corey closes them down and shuts them down. 2 kills in a row, Lemon in a 1 versus 2.
And no time to really play the odds here. He has 10 seconds to go, and he has to make a decision. He's going to go aggressive. I like the idea, but can he really do it? No, the answer is absolutely resoundingly no. Again, Argo go back to their roots. They start to go for this split attack. I really dislike it. I mean, they've proven to us that split attacks do not work, that they're wannabe fakes, or otherwise their 1-by-1 attacks is really the worst way you could go about it. I mean, even in matchmaking, even in the lowest of tiers, almost everybody knows that when you go for an attack, you gotta go together, or you gotta have some sort of plan behind it. This does not seem like that's the case. Argo, they will rebuy. The odds still in favor of them, of course, for the whole series, as you know, one would expect. But Fleave, the speed of that attack is what really gives the fear, and more specifically puts it into the bones of Argo. Good start. Snatchy is out of the picture already. All 4 guys of Argo now seem to have the idea to go towards a ramp still, and slow walk it even.
Leave full of speed. I like that one. The zoomy kind, not the illegal kind. Don't worry, kids.
Zoomy.
We'll be seeing this attack from Argo, though, into the A site with Mar always kind of trying to hold on to this short area, and this time he has to use a smoke to keep them at bay with kind of running out of hiding spots, right? Because you can get spammed on the right, you can get spammed on the left, you kind of have to stand in the middle, and then a Molotov hits your feet, and that's not the best. But Corey, that kill onto Lemon, kind of a contender for the best. Gets them a nice little bonus in this round with 3 versus 4 now, as they keep pushing onto the site. 3 terrorists, but a flank gets in there. Corey downs the bomb, and Fleave downs another player. 2 in fact. 4 survive for Budapest 5, and well, they are going to get some nice economic bonuses out of surviving in such numbers. Even closing the gap here, 13-11.
Great start. As you said, not just the gap. It's more about the fact that mentally speaking right now, Argo, you know, even after having a bit of a resurgence early on, coming back on the first half, and then here on the second, finding 3 after losing the pistol, they seem to be struck against the brick wall right now, and that brick wall is Fleave and pretty much everybody else in the camp of BP5. At 22, it's Corey. At 24, it's Fleave. 14 for Mar. They're doing some splendid stuff. Unfortunately, Coolio and Fasher are still quiet, but as he said, Coolio gets the benefit of the doubt being the IGL, whilst for Fasher, today seems to not be his day right now, at least, and hopefully he's going to wake up before this map ends. In any case, Eco for Argo, and the odds shifting even more on Pinnacle now, as seemingly BP5 are finding more and more success. As am I seeing this correctly? Yeah, there's going to be 2 players on ramp once more contesting against the pistols.
Some people just never learn, right?
Nope.
I don't know who said it, but someone said some motherfuckers just want to ice skate uphill. And you know what? That's fine.
I mean,
If ice skating uphill is your jam, then go for it. You won't get very far though, as Mar just might get found out here. The pistol up close. That's why you don't play aggressively, Mar. Flea Ditto gets a headshot. The stronger pistol in that exchange wins it out. 4 versus 3 as the push toward B continues, but Coolio on the double spray down, making chat shut up for once about his performance.
I mean, we can, though, again, revert to the issues of Ago, where they get success, they find 2 kills, and then they decide that it would be smart that, they try to divide and conquer. I mean, if they were Julius Caesar with about 1 million Roman soldiers behind them, sure. Unfortunately, in this case, they don't have the weaponry nor the men to play those odds. And
yeah, not the best analogy, though, because he did get kind of eco-rushed during the end of his life.
I mean,
it was all
that was a Zerg rush. That was a Zergling rush. But that's that's outside of the battlefield. He was killed by his own compatriots, his own people. So that's different. I mean, on the battlefield, he wasn't killed ever.
That was one of the
he got TK'd exactly.
Yeah, top 10 TKs in anime history
of all time. Omae wa shindero.
Nani, Brutus?
Yes, it's legit. I probably wouldn't be surprised if it went down something like that. But
I'm sure someone's made an edit of that online. That's.
I would love to see that actually
nowadays. Well, let's see what we can expect out of this round. Ago spending all of their money. Hopefully not wasting, as they will be trying to win this one. And the CTs, well, some people just don't learn their lesson, do they? How many more times do we have to teach you a lesson, old man? Ago says, as they decide to, be aggressive toward ramp, as are the 2 players of Budapest 5 here, Marvin Fleet, respectively.
Technically, there's nothing wrong with being aggressive towards ramp.
It just hasn't been really choose your.
Yeah, you gotta choose your moments, right? Choose your battles wisely.
Well, maybe now that they have the info, they're gonna head on back, and Mars certainly. They're both gonna.
Nah, they want to stick to it.
They do have the smoke though to look over, but
was that a tag, or was that just Molly hitting Furlan? Because
probably just a Molly tag, to be fair. Because they were pretty close to the Molly as they are making their way up now. No one on short. Mar's going to call that clear, but that's going to be some false hope there. As Snatchy is looking for some entries, but none to be found yet. The smoke kind of gets him off the angle. As another smoke is deployed, this time favoring Flea, but some more utility dropping into the A site. New drop arrived. It's called the A site take. They're coming in hot. Flea finding the first Mar to help out, but the smoke not working out in his favor. His little legs were poking out, as was his shoulder, and they get the kill. 3 versus 3, but low HP on the site. Oh, some utility would be very nice now toward the planter, but they don't have any nades, just mollies.
Single molly. Yeah. And now at 3-on-3, as you said, with both Rallen and Furlan being tagged as they are, this is going to be a tough match for BP to not win effectively. In any case, here it goes. Yep, it's easy. Fasher and Corey. As I said, it's going to be a lot harder to lose than to win, as Rallen now finds himself in a 1v3, and again realizing, you know what, maybe it's better if I run away, because this time around, really, money is an issue. He can drop the rifle to Fiku. They can go for another buy. But Ago is literally dropping the ball as we speak. Tied up 13-13. Budapest 5 is seemingly finding more success than ever before possible, or at least thought possible. And are they going to buy, or is this legitimately Pistol's Kevlar? Timeout utilized, yes.
Oh, well, I mean, I think at this point, you kind of go for the AKs. There you go. Furlan buys up. Fiku and Lemon, they can afford it, but I wouldn't be surprised if they go for the Galils just so they can have a few more smokes and flashes going for them.
Or just Radlin drops an AK and they can have like a proper buy,
Yeah, one of them, of course. Can't drop 2 AKs.
Snatchy.
Okay, there you go. Everyone's on the AKs tonight. No util for Fiku or Lemon, though.
Snatchy could have dropped an AK, and that would have given Lemon or Fiku full utility, plus keep Snatchy on 2 flashbangs. So again,
he would have had to buy a Galil for himself, though. So why didn't they?
No. He could have had enough. He had enough, I think.
All right, I'll trust you on that one. Caster math, not the strongest.
No, actually, he would have been able to buy smoke without the flashbangs, or one flash. So he would have been able to have at least some bits of utility while still dropping an AK and allowing Lemon or Fiku full utility. But mid control going to be contested for Ago. We haven't seen this in a little while. Let's see how far they go. Flav, the double setup with Corey and Flav. We've seen this against Galaxy Racer. It works like a charm. Unfortunately, not when you're being read wide open. As Fiku opens up B-side as well. Budapest 5, they come under fire, and they have no extinguishers to make this one better.
They have both bomb sites here over. Players on both letters of the alphabet here, as Coolio and Mart have no idea where to position themselves at this point, probably just waiting for the save, as the take will in fact be going toward the B site. The bomb should start ticking there any second, and Coolio takes a bit of a peek, a bit of a gander, but Fiku punishes his curiosity, as it's just Mar left, a 1 versus 4. But what a round this was, right? Just 3 kills coming in, very quick sequence from Raul and Fiku and Lemon, respectively. 2 of them on the A site, 1 of them on the B. No, 2 of them on middle, 1 of them on the B site. And now it's all over with Ago on the 14th. Finally, but can they get themselves the map point? And just to reiterate how much this means to Budapest 5, right? Obviously, we're in the stage of the tournament where if you lose, you're out. So they definitely do want to win this one, first of all. But second, if they don't win Vertigo, I do not fancy their chances on Nuke against the likes of Ago. And even if they do win this over, well, they managed to get themselves onto Mirage, which I would certainly favor Ago there as well. The Polish guys should have them, but if they manage to get this done in 2-0 fashion, even better, even more dominant, as Budapest 5 better come up with a really good plan here for this defense. A very important round coming in for the Hungarians.
My argument for Mirage is I think it favors BP5 in certain ways because they can rely more on their...
It's kind of their main map, yeah.
Yeah, like they can rely more on their preset stuff rather than anything else. You know, they don't need to improvise as much. They can just play the odds, and you know, Mirage is Mirage after all. And I wouldn't put Ago beyond losing Mirage. But Mar, good start, vital start actually. Furlan getting caught early. The rest of the team already falling back. Again, the idea here for Ago was a quick and a very aggressive attack towards A. Unfortunately, doesn't find any purchase, and this gives splendid opportunity to Budapest 5 not only to tie the score, but actually bring economic ruin to Ago if at all possible.
There's boost on middle. Corey not going to be expecting it. He's going to be placing his crosshair down, but that's exactly where Snatchy jumps, and he still gets the nice damage onto him. Corey now in danger, but Fleeve is covering the angles, so he does get the kill onto Snatchy. A bit of an overextension there, if I do say so myself, and that's 2 players down for the Polish side on this all-important 28th round. Corey finds another one toward B. That's Basher with another one toward B. And, well, the bomb is down. Fiku, no chance to recover it. The Budapest 5 are going to have no money troubles in the next one, thanks to the fact that they are all going to survive here, bar Fiku finding a kill here or there, but don't hold your breath.
I'm expecting Fiku to just stay alive till the end. He's got 3k. He can drop an AK if he had been able to. But then again, my predictions never were that good. Walks into 2 players, of course, not knowing the second is on tower, the first one on point contact. 14-14 tied up and a beautifully ended out round for Budapest 5, actually losing a single player. That's actually commendable. As you say, winning Vertigo would obviously propel them one step closer to potentially closing out this series and generally, having a chance to move it into the playoffs, which would be for the first time for Budapest 5 at least. Ago, on the other hand, struggling to find any sort of basic round successes even. Not to mention just success, but round entries likewise. Again, Coolio, look at this. Great refrag by Fasher and Ago. The idea here was to take B ramp, and yet they traded out completely unevenly. Nope.
Oh my gosh, they do find the kill onto Fleeve, though. That crosshair placement just a little bit off, as it's going to be really coming back to bite them now. 3 versus 3, and Ago are back in the driver's seat of this round thanks to that spectacular kill on middle. And where's the bomb going to be heading? Well, obviously toward the A site. Mars got that. No, Lemon has that one covered. No, toward B they're going to be going, while the player is still on A with the bomb. Quite curious. Wait, no. That was toward B? I'm heavily confused by the overlay.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Towards B. I was about to say, yeah, the lower part is the lower part of the map, and the upper part is the upper. I think that's self-evident. Yeah. It can happen.
Just confused, whatever. Fasher, though, on the back lines, trying to hold him aback because he does find the first kill, but they know where he is now. They can dispose of him immediately. And the 2 versus 1, sure, Mar, you do have the flank, but Rollin, he may have just heard your footsteps, and he's going to be watching out for you.
For it. Yep.
Yeah. Even throws the grenade just to make sure that there's going to be no speedy movement while he jumps up. And that is going to be the map point here for Ago. With, frankly, they were in danger at the very beginning. You know, sending 2 players toward B, that's very like gambly in terms of you know, they just lost both players, even missing a simple flash in the process. But then, you know, getting a kill onto the Opper on middle, Fleeve, gets him back into the driver's seat, and winning this round so important because Budapest 5 have not much money to work with, not many nades, not many weapons either. Fleeve on the MP9 of all things, so he's gonna have to change up his play style and positioning.
And Ago really like to keep us on our toes, don't they? And themselves probably, and everybody else likewise.
As they throw this one, I am fully flaming them.
No, bro. Let's just forget about that for a second. Let's first see where this one leads us to, as we are going to be opening up on middle once again. Ago seem to be inclined in taking some control towards mid, and maybe thinking of a B split. At least the way it feels here, it looks like it might be a B split itself. Though, let's wait and see, because there's 2 players specifically on site. Oh no, Fasher going to be behind the wall, and that's a typical position you would pre-fire, at least Molotov, as Ago find the entry. Here comes the take. Now they do ignore Corey, but he is the last man standing, and there goes the B side. There goes the round, I think. Down to Flav in a 1v4. Tags it up to a 1v3, yes, but now they know where he's coming from. They're hunting him, and they will not give up until they find him. 16-14, holy smokes, Ago. They really do like to play the odds and down to the bone, to the meaty bone. In any case, we are going to be back in about